let's bring in Balami. Mr. Balami, just before I bring in, this tweet's just coming, but Bajide says, I will never stay in a community where I can't find an Igbo man. If an Igbo man can live there, then it's conducive. So
well, it has always been the balance that if you go there, ask whether there's one Okechukwu. If there's no Okechukwu, run.
but indeed, it should be inclusive for everybody to be able to live anywhere.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Right.
Balami, the question of what are we seeing, what are we working towards, is that something that is achievable, especially for the younger generation? I mean, Chief Chiman Naji here and Dr. Ahmad are here. They are of the older generation. You are of the younger generation. Do you need something to see, as Mr. Naji has said, that would ignite that fervor, that fire towards something for us to be able to move from where we are?
Well, you see, I will say this. There's a need for inclusion. I'm happy you were able to recognize that they are older people and they are already on the departure lounge. I think it's the prayer of every father or every mother that let their children be the ones to actually bury them. But in this case, it is obvious that with what is happening even in this country as of today, it is obvious that there's no space for the youth in this country. The youth are only important when it comes to number. During election, maybe you need 15 million votes to become president. You rally around the youth, use them, social media, you enter there and then you dump them. Minister of Youth is not even a youth. Go to even the PDP structure, go to the APC structure, the main actors, there's no youth participation. The key people running the whole show, youth are out of it. And you see, we have gotten to a point whereby, in fact, even thinking out of the box is not even enough. We don't even need a box. We have now gotten to a point where it has to do with disruptive thinking. You have to think, there must be a hybrid of ideas coming together. And you can't achieve that without the youth. And you see, you cannot, without equity, without justice, without fairness, without inclusion of everybody, there will be no peace. And that is why I'm saying, truly, if you, an Igbo man, anywhere you go today in this country, you will find him. I am from Maiduguri, Borno State, from Hawu local government, Biu Emirate to be precise. I am a chief in Enugu. I'm the Ochuro Ozwa, one of Ibagwanike Kingdom. I was recognized because of what we do, because the Igwe in Enugu saw that there's a need to come together. So if I talk to 100 Igbos today, 99 of them will say we need to be together. I have an uncle, Captain Ibrahim Michelia. He is married to somebody from the southeastern part of this country. I have 7 of my aunties, blood, my father's elder brothers, daughters or sons. They are married, they are living in Onitsha, Enugu right now as we speak. So the issue, we are already interwoven, we are already together. The question is, the high time we begin to discuss way forward, the better for us. And in discussing way forward, it's not by carrying placard, it's not by causing problem. And that is why I said initially, I condemn what IPOB is doing. I also condemn what my brothers in Ariwa did. This country is for everybody. Today, I'm happy with what Chief said. The investment that the Igbos have in the north alone, Maitama alone, the mansions in Maitama that belongs to Igbos alone, if you put the value together, I'll tell you it might even be more than what they have built in the whole southeast, 5 states put together. Likewise, we have people like Dangote. He has most of his investment outside Arewa, outside the north. So you can see that we need each other. We need each other to survive. If you send, we have about 20 million Igbos today in the north. I read last week on the papers. Where do they go back to? Which land? Where will they even sleep? The people that are living in Lagos, Port Harcourt, that are from the north, from Enugu, from Onitsha, where will they come back in the north? You see, it is too late. And because this is a country that believes in God, if today we are discussing 1960, 1966, 62, we are discussing our past because people came together and say we should be together. I believe it is not during my generation, it shouldn't be during our generation that we should split and destroy this nation. Our strength is in our diversity. Our strength is the fact that I have an Igbo friend that whenever I want to go into business, he knows the looks and cranny. He understands it more than me. I also have my own strengths. I also have my own understanding. Maybe I'm good in terms of administration, in terms of carrying everybody along. Maybe the Yoruba man is good in terms of finance, packaging the whole paper together. We need each other. Today, if we cease to exist as Nigeria, we are no more the giant of Africa. Today, if we cease to exist as Nigeria, we are no longer the most populous black nation on earth. So, we need to ensure that the less than 1% from the southeast and the less than 1% from the north that are saying we should not be together, we, the majorities, must come together and fight them. Not by fighting them with guns, by talking to them, by making them to understand. I want to see the elders in the southeastern part of this country call the IPOP group. Come, this is not the best way to go. We have access to the presidency. We are in the Senate. We are in the House of Reps. We are in the. We have ministers from the East that are in the federal that every Wednesday sit on the federal executive council.
We really have to.
Ways we can discuss.
We're running out of time, and we have to begin to wind down. We have plenty of comments that are coming in here. Many of them we can't read. A lot of you want to make phone calls, but we're not getting the signals as in clear calls so that your comments will be clear enough. But we do have your comments coming in here. Professor Enakena Kri says we need to reconsider the cost of running government. We don't have enough income to continue to sustain it as it is. Anthony says there should be continuous restructuring every 8 years, more focus on merit than on quota system, a more transparent system. Ipmosa says we need a consensus model, not the conflict of models that currently exist. Lai says equity is what Nigerians want. Equity is what will bring love amongst Nigerians and the feeling of Nigerianness. Awoyele finally says, as good as restructuring is, I do not desire the one that would divide us further, but the one that ensures egalitarian society. And Boson says, restructuring is not about moving the tectonic plates. I studied geography. So tectonic plates is going to the foundation to move us around. So restructuring has to be done, as Mr. Naji said, scientifically. Let's take our closing moment right now. Dr. Ahmed, let's begin with you.
Well, it would be unfortunate at this time, in this age, for any group of people anywhere in Nigeria to issue ultimatum to others to leave. It is not only embarrassing to those who still have their senses, it is something that everyone must condemn. The Igbo man, the Hausa man, the Fulani man has become one. And that's what defines the greatness of this country. Okay. But we will be able to get you know, the full potentials of these people by giving them equity, by being just.
Okay.
If you diminish any group in this country, by whatever way, you diminish the country. And all efforts towards whatever it is must be scientifically based. Okay. You don't have to be grouping in darkness.
Okay.
Mr. Balami?
Yes.
One sentence, please.
Well, I think all I will say is that we need to realize that this country, it is too late to talk about separation.
Okay.
It is too late to talk about what divides us.
Thank you very much. Isaac Balami, Arewa Consultative Forum Youth Congress, who spoke to us from Abuja. Dr. Abdul Rahman Ahmad, Chief Missioner, Ansaru-Deen Society of Nigeria, as well as Chima Naji, legal practitioner. Thank you all very much for joining us this morning. Sunrise will be right back with another interesting conversation. See you.